The calm of a typical school day at Ridge Community High School was suddenly broken. This unfortunate event unfolded in Haines City, Polk County, Florida. The date was March 11, 2025. Two 18-year-old teenagers, Jaimelias Rivera-Rodriguez and Bork, found themselves at the heart of a very serious situation. Bork was a student at the high school. Both young men were arrested by law enforcement. Their actions triggered a significant police response and caused considerable alarm within the school community. This incident serves as a powerful and stark reminder to everyone. It shows how a so-called joke can rapidly escalate, leading to severe and life-altering legal consequences for those involved. The trouble began with a sequence of unsettling phone calls. These calls were made directly to the school's principal, a clear sign of targeting the school's authority. The first call was entirely silent, which could have been an attempt to test the line or perhaps a moment of fleeting hesitation before committing to the act. However, this was quickly followed by a second, far more alarming call. The voice on the other end delivered a chilling and direct message: "I have a bomb." This statement, as one can imagine, immediately set off alarm bells and triggered emergency protocols. Shortly thereafter, a third call came through to the principal. This time the caller attempted to retract the threat, stating it was a joke. But by then, the serious chain of events was already in motion. Law enforcement officials did not and could not treat this situation lightly. The Polk County Sheriff's Office initiated an immediate and thorough investigation into the bomb threat. Skilled detectives began their work, focusing on tracing the origin of the disturbing phone calls. Their investigative efforts quickly led them to one of the teenagers, Jaimelias Rivera-Rodriguez. When he was questioned by the authorities, Rivera-Rodriguez admitted to making the threatening calls. He further implicated Bork, stating that Bork had supplied him with the principal's private phone number. According to Rivera-Rodriguez, Bork had also specifically instructed him to make the bomb threat. When Bork was interviewed by investigators, he claimed he did not understand why he had provided the number, an explanation that authorities found difficult to believe. The official response from the authorities was both swift and unequivocally decisive. Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd, a well-known figure in the region, publicly addressed the incident and the arrests. He took the opportunity to emphasize a critical point. Actions like these are never dismissed as merely harmless pranks by law enforcement. The sheriff made it abundantly clear that the legal system would rigorously pursue and hold accountable those individuals responsible for such dangerous hoaxes. The arrests of Rivera-Rodriguez and Bork served as a tangible underscoring of this firm stance. Meanwhile, Ridge Community High School had to focus on ensuring the safety and well-being of all its students and staff members, a task which involved activating established emergency protocols and procedures, causing significant disruption. In the state of Florida, the legal statutes are exceptionally clear when it comes to the issue of false bomb threats. These acts are not regarded as minor infractions or simple childhood pranks that can be easily overlooked. Florida Statute Section 836.055 very specifically addresses this type of crime. This particular law explicitly states that making any false report concerning a bomb, an explosive device, or a weapon of mass destruction constitutes a felony offense. This is a very serious classification for a crime. It means that the potential penalties upon conviction are severe, including significant prison time and substantial fines. The law inherently recognizes the grave danger, widespread panic, and considerable disruption that such false reports invariably cause to society. As a direct result of their actions, Jaimelias Rivera-Rodriguez and Bork are now confronting the full and formidable weight of Florida's legal system. They have been formally charged with multiple felony offenses. Among these serious charges is the false report of a bomb, which directly relates to the threatening calls made to the school principal. Additionally, they face charges for conspiracy to commit an offense with a destructive device, indicating that authorities believe they planned this act together. Another significant felony charge levied against them is the use of a two-way communication device to commit a felony, referring to the use of the phone in this crime. Beyond these grave felony charges, they also face a misdemeanor charge for making harassing phone calls. These charges collectively paint a picture of the severity of their alleged conduct. One might ask why these charges are classified as felonies. A felony is a category of crime that is considered far more serious than a misdemeanor, carrying much harsher potential penalties. False bomb threats are designated as felonies primarily because they have the potential to cause, and often do cause widespread panic, intense fear, and significant social disruption. Consider the students, the dedicated teachers, and the concerned parents at Ridge Community High School. They undoubtedly experienced genuine fear and anxiety because of this incident. Furthermore, valuable and often limited emergency resources are needlessly expended. Police officers, brave firefighters, and specialized bomb disposal units must all respond immediately to such threats, diverting them from other genuine emergencies where they might be critically needed. It is crucial to understand that claiming it was a joke offers no viable legal defense in these grave situations. The legal system primarily examines the nature of the act itself and its potential or actual consequences on the community. The intent to cause fear or even a reckless disregard for the possibility of causing such fear is often sufficient grounds for a prosecutor to pursue a conviction. Sheriff Grady Judd has consistently and publicly warned the community, especially young people, about this very fact. He repeatedly stresses that the consequences for making such threats are real, tangible, and severe. These are not empty warnings from law enforcement agencies. The serious charges filed against the two Polk County teenagers serve as a clear and potent demonstration of this reality. Schools across the nation, and particularly in areas like Polk County, now operate within an environment where every single threat must be treated with the utmost seriousness and diligence. This heightened state of alert is a response to troubling trends. Polk County public schools, for instance, have reported a concerning and notable increase in various types of threats of violence. These include not only bomb threats, but also an alarming number of shooting threats. To illustrate this trend, during the initial 28 days of the 2024 to 2025 academic school year, a staggering 24 students were arrested for making written threats to kill. This figure is especially alarming when you compare it to the 42 such arrests that occurred throughout the entire preceding 2023 to 2024 school year. This unfortunate pattern compels schools and law enforcement to be exceptionally vigilant. When any kind of threat materializes, school leaders are immediately burdened with critical and multifaceted responsibilities. Their foremost and paramount duty is to ensure the absolute safety and security of every student and staff member on campus. This often necessitates the swift initiation of established lockdown procedures, or in some cases, the complete evacuation of the school premises. School administrators are also legally mandated to promptly notify the relevant law enforcement agencies. Furthermore, school officials are required to cooperate fully and transparently with the subsequent investigation. This cooperation can include providing investigators with access to student records, campus security camera footage, and any other information that might be pertinent to the case. Clear communication with parents is also vital. To effectively manage these challenging situations and to deter potential threats, schools and school districts implement and enforce strict rules and comprehensive policies. Many educational districts, Polk County included, have adopted a zero-tolerance policy specifically for threats of any kind. This policy means that any threat, regardless of the maker's stated intent or whether it was meant as a joke, will inevitably result in serious and predetermined consequences. These consequences can vary, but often range from temporary suspension from school to permanent expulsion. In addition to these disciplinary actions, students and their families might also find themselves held financially liable. They could be required to reimburse the authorities for the considerable costs associated with the investigation, which can sometimes exceed $5,000 per individual case. Maintaining a secure campus while simultaneously safeguarding the rights of students presents a continuous and delicate balancing act for school administrators. The implementation of enhanced security measures has become increasingly common in schools. These measures frequently include the visible presence of uniformed school resource officers on campus throughout the school day. Schools may also employ strategies such as conducting random searches of backpacks and lockers, and using handheld metal detecting wands at school entrances or events. While these proactive measures are primarily designed to prevent violence and ensure safety, schools must also diligently ensure that all disciplinary processes are conducted fairly and equitably. They must scrupulously respect the constitutional rights of all students involved. Innovative tools like the Fortify FL app also play a role. The unfortunate story involving Jaimelias Rivera-Rodriguez and Bork at Ridge Community High School serves as a profound and sobering cautionary tale for all young people. It vividly illustrates that making any kind of threat, even if it is genuinely intended as a mere joke or a harmless prank, carries an exceptionally high and potentially devastating cost. What might seem like a fleeting moment of misguided fun or an attempt to get attention can rapidly escalate into a felony offense. Such an escalation can lead directly to arrests, the filing of serious criminal charges, and a future that becomes irreversibly clouded by a single, regrettable mistake. The consequences are not abstract possibilities, they are tangible, real-world outcomes. The two Polk County teenagers are now confronting these harsh realities directly. The repercussions for the individuals involved in such incidents extend far beyond the immediate legal troubles and courtroom appearances. A felony conviction, if it occurs, results in the creation of a permanent criminal record. This public record can make it substantially more challenging to secure employment in the future. It can also negatively impact opportunities for pursuing higher education at colleges or universities, or for enrolling in vocational training programs. Certain professions, particularly those requiring licensure or positions of trust, may become entirely inaccessible. Beyond these long-term tangible consequences, there is also the very real possibility of serving jail time. Significant financial penalties and court costs are also common. The social stigma associated with being labeled a felon can be a heavy burden to bear for a lifetime. It is also vitally important to pause and consider the broader emotional toll that such incidents exact upon the entire school community. Events like the bomb scare at Ridge High School profoundly disrupt the educational environment, which should be a place of safety and learning. They create a pervasive climate of fear, anxiety, and uncertainty among both students and dedicated staff members. The process of learning becomes exceedingly difficult when an individual's fundamental sense of safety feels threatened or compromised. Such events can significantly erode the crucial sense of trust and security that underpins a healthy school culture. The joke ultimately impacts many more people than just the individuals who perpetrated the threat. Its negative ripple effects touch their friends, their families, their teachers, and the entire student body. The ultimate and most critical lesson to be gleaned from this unfortunate incident is unequivocally clear. Always think carefully before you speak, and think even more carefully before you act. Impulsive decisions, especially those that involve making threats or misusing technology, can have swift and devastating outcomes that last a lifetime. It is absolutely crucial for young people to fully comprehend the immense power that their words and actions carry. Practicing responsible communication is a key life skill. Exercising good judgment is essential in all situations, both online and offline. True humor should aim to bring joy, laughter, and connection. It should never be a source of fear, harm, or distress for others. Before posting something online, sending a text, or making what seems like a funny call, take a moment to ask critical questions.